my creative peeps, and welcome back for Creative Week 49. This week I started out by working in my pen pal journal. I got 2 letters replied to this week. Usually I only do 1, so pretty happy about that. And I had some previous ones I had replied to that I hadn't journaled about yet, so I'm just doing that now. The first bits I'm journaling with are from Jillian. I'll leave her Instagram linked in the description box below for you guys. She does some really cool things with children's book pages, and I love her like collaging style. In her journal, she always decorates my envelopes super cool. So yeah, if you want to check her out, I'll leave that linked below. So because I love how she decorates the envelope, I wanted to preserve this one in its entirety. So I had opened it from the bottom with a letter opener. So all I did was take the back of the envelope and put some, double-sided tape on it and stick that down. And then I took a sticky note and stuck it over my address and journaled a little bit. I put her card inside and had stapled a tab to it and used one of the stickers she had given me in my mail. She sent me some awesome book pages and stickers, so that was really cool. Then there were some pieces that I really like, so I'm going to kind of do a little storage, putting away stuff with you guys for a second. I'm using this flow journal that I got from Tammy Bracket Designs. I will leave her Etsy shop and channel linked below for you as well. There's going to be a lot of links in this video. But right now I'm taking all of my favorite bits and kind of clipping them in there. So it's like my hoarder's journal kind of. So I took my absolute favorite pieces and put them in my flow journal, and then this is my pen pal journal. So I'm just sorting the bits into the different categories and pockets that I have in there so that I can use that at a later date. Then I'm working on another pen pal letter. This one is from Jamie. I don't think she has any social media I can link for you, but she sent me some really cool stuff. She also does fantastic envelopes. She makes them out of scrapbook paper, and then she like decorates the front, and it looks like she bought it, but she's just super talented. So I'm trying to cut down on the bulk of this because I'm not even halfway through, and the journal is like super huge because you guys send me so much amazing stuff. So I cut off the back of the envelope, and I'm going to make a pocket out of the front, and I'll end up using the back that I cut off as scrap paper because, again, she uses awesome, I think she used Tim Holtz paper, which I love, of course, so I will be happy to throw that into my scrap bin. And then I just tucked her letter in there, and she had given me some other stuff that I wanted to journal with. So I took the page on the left there. She had sent me the sticker, and it's of like a guinea pig or a hamster or something. And I thought it was really cool. It comes with this little like handout that tells you about the guinea pig. Let me flip to it and see if I can give you a rundown real quick. So it's Lester the guinea pig, and it talks about how he's kind of beat up and how he got the coloring around his eyes. And he must have a drinking problem because his nose looks like a martini glass. It was just a really fun thing that I thought was cool. So I collaged the sticker of the guinea pig with some other bits that I had gotten from previous Happy Mail things. On the little fold out explaining him there, and I used a paper clip she sent me, and it was just super fun. I couldn't think of a better place to put him than in here. So yeah, doing that. And then I took the scrap paper and yawned. No, I took the scrap paper and cut like a label out of it that was kind of on there, and wrote her name on there, and I'm just kind of decorating the page. I will journal on it after, but you guys don't really need to see that. So yeah, just putting that there. I debated on putting the date on it, but the date's on the envelope that she sent me, so it kind of works. And just decorating, like I said, with more things that she has sent me. And then I took a yellow heart that was from the envelope that Jillian had sent me before, and I really wanted to use it. So I just covered up her address with it. That way I didn't have to have that big clunky thing there anymore. And yeah, did that. Then I'm just kind of putting more stuff away. I just left this in here so you guys can see my process. So after I finish each thing, I kind of take the, wow, words not, not working right now. I take each ephemera piece that you give me after I journal about it, and I put it in this drawing binder to use. There we go. And I was really good about using stuff because, as you'll see, there's plenty of empty pockets for me to tuck stuff in, and there used to not be empty pockets. So that's pretty cool, but I still have a lot to use in it, which is awesome. It's really cool because it's all stuff you guys sent me. Some of it's really my style, and some of it's stuff I like, but it's not stuff I would have bought myself. So that's fun to use. And now I'm journaling about a happy mail that I got from Katya. I will leave her Instagram link below for you as well. If you like snail mail, you need to go watch her channel. It's like the naughty channel for snail mail. Her stuff is fabulous. So she sent me lots of cool stuff. I put the stamp that she had sent on the back page because I'm collecting stuff from different countries, and I didn't have one from Portugal yet, and that's where she's from. So I put that back there. And then I cut apart the collage that she made on the envelope and stuck that on this page with some of the other bits and the letter that she sent me. It all looked really cool in the end, and it definitely looked like her style, which I thought was really cool. I really like journaling about the mail that you guys send me, not only so that I can flip through and kind of boost my mood or whatever, seeing all this stuff you guys have sent me and all the connections I've made, but it's really cool to see my journaling style merge with you guys' style because I'm documenting with the things that you have created for me. So it's like melding two worlds together, and I think it's a lot of fun. So yeah, there's that. So still just kind of putting this together. I will journal on the back of that tag, but again, you guys won't see that because you don't need to see it. I cut some more of the stuff off the envelope, like the handmade stamp and that washi strip. And then I took a piece of washi tape that she had sent me and wrote mail from Katya. And yeah, I believe I date stamped it too. I don't know if that happened in the video, but it happened in real life, so. Hello creative peeps, and welcome back for another vloggy bit. So today I'm going to be coffee dyeing some papers. I'm really enjoying using these in my journal, in my own journal, and journals for some select few people. I know it's not for everybody, but I think it's fun, especially if I want to print like a digital scrapbook paper. It's nice to have a color on the other side of it instead of it just being white, because you can't really watercolor on it or anything because it's printer paper, so that extra little color there is cool. So I have a stack of white paper to dye, and then I'm thinking about dyeing some Erde pattern paper for a journal I'm working on. So this is a piece I'm not using in the journal, so we're going to test it on this first. And then if it works, I'll do the second round. I got my tea. This is just a store brand black tea. Cost me $1.19 for 48 tea bags. So we're going to do that. And I'll just flip you around, speed it up probably, and you can watch me do some of that. Alright, so hopefully you guys find this interesting. It's a little different. But basically I just take, I think it was 8 tea bags, 8 or 10. More tea bags you have, the more saturated your water will be. It also depends on how big it is, how much water you have in there, such and such. And then I just lined all the available counter space with some wax paper so that I could lay everything out to dry. I know you can dry stuff in the oven, but I am just like too paranoid to put papers in the oven. I know it'll probably be fine, but I'm afraid that I'll forget they're in there and then it'll like burn the place down. And that's just not worth it. So I find that laying them out to dry is fine. So literally all the available counter space. Don't worry, I took the wax paper and the papers off the stove before I made my lunch later, but yeah. Don't mind my pile of mangoes and such. So here, I let this tea bag soak for a while. I dipped a piece of paper in before I took the tea bags out just to kind of test the concentration. And then I take the tea bags and squeeze the remaining water out of them. This just kind of gets that extra saturated tea into there. And I reuse the tea bags like 3, 4, 5 times. They color the water quite a few times. So don't throw them away after your first use. So I had seen somebody layer more than one piece of paper in the pan at one time. And I had never thought of doing that before because I thought the papers would stick together, but I did this time and it worked. And also the longer you leave them in there, the more saturated they'll become. If you see me looking behind myself, it's because I'm listening to Goulet Pen's Fountain Pen Chit Chat episode or whatever. So he must have been showing something. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or whatever, let me know in the comments below. But I thought that was a fun tidbit to add because it's something that I did this week, hence Creative Week video. So it is a new month, and at the start of every month, you may or may not know that I put the Courtney Diaz Little Raven Ink calendar that she makes at the beginning of the month in my journal, and I circle each day that I've journaled in the month. Hopefully that makes sense. But this is from her Patreon site, which I will leave linked below. If I forget to link anything, let me know, because I think I've already said that like 7 times in this video. But yeah, so I wanted to, usually I just glue it on the page, but I wanted to do like a, not really like a tip-in. You'll see what I'm doing, but I'm taking one of my cards from my recent Take 5. If you missed that, I will leave it in a card which will pop up on your screen now-ish. So you can go check that out. But it was a really fun Take 5 this month. And I just put the calendar on the other side of it. And I'm putting this March sticker here, which is also by Courtney. And then I swear, that grandfather clock will be the death of me here. What was I talking about? Okay, so I'm taking an eyelet and stringing, kind of making like a giant tag out of it, and I'm going to hang the tag off of a paper clip so that I can easily see both sides, but it's not a tip-in and it's not paper clipped on. It's like its own cool thing. You'll see what I mean in a second. And for those of you that don't know, that magazine image you see on the left, that's just like my private journaling page guard. That's not an actual like page in my journal. So no, I don't have the same page like over and over again in my journal. That would be a little weird. But hey, whatever floats your boat. So there we go. Just kind of it's hanging out. And then today, Kyra from Simply Creative, Kyra did her live stream, which was super fun. You can watch the live replay, or she may still be on by the time I get this up, but probably not. So when she does her live streams, she'll do Take 5 challenges sometimes. So I did a Take 5 to play along with her. If you see me kind of typing on the computer, I'm just chatting during the live stream. I tried to cut as much of it out as I could, but apparently I missed that clip right there. So the prompts for this Take 5 during her live stream were text paper, a project life card, the color red, a girl, and she had picked eyes, but she thought girl and eyes were the same thing, so she redrew and picked blue. But I still I love eyes, obviously. So I kind of still incorporated that prompt anyway, because I chose this girl by Dilutions that says Survivor over her eyes. So it's kind of like the eyes are gone, which is what Kyra did. She took the eye prompt out of the challenge. So I think that's cool. That might be a little too nerdy for you, but, you know, I had to just throw that in there. And instead of a project life card, I used a playing card, because substitutions, why not? And I used vintage ledger paper as my text paper. But I just made a full-out collage, which was a lot of fun after collage. There was no collage in my last Take 5 prompt challenge, which was a legitimate challenge for me. So I just made a tab up there with another playing card and wrote March 2018 on it, and today's the 3rd, so I chose the 3 playing card. And then I just journaled a little bit about the live stream and what this page was about. The star there on the collage is actually a little patch thing that my aunt gave me the other day, so I thought that was cool. And I absolutely adore this page. Like, I'm really happy that this is the page that my March calendar piece is on, because obviously I'm going to be using that throughout the month, and I'll flip back to this page a lot. So yeah, thank you, Kyra, for giving me some wonderful company on this Saturday. And that is it for this creative week, you guys. I'm just flipping through the pages we did at the beginning in case you forgot, because it feels like a long time ago. But yeah, this is a reminder, if you want your question answered in my Q&A in the next week or so, please leave it below so that I can do that. Also, if you are the lady who won my journal giveaway like a couple months ago, please email me back within the next few weeks, or the journal that I've created for you will get sold in the next release. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos, and I will catch you guys in my next one.